This can be like bloopers. You know, first episode, people it up.
Pretty much. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the very first episode of Just Car Thoughts with myself, Kevin Maldonado, and my co-host,
Nick Glass.
All right, and to get right into it, our first topic is one that's kind of controversial, but I think also really misleading in the, I guess, normal media.
Right.
So that topic is the topic of Martin Shkreli and his, people call it price gouging, others call it capitalism. But, yeah, so pretty much, for those of you who don't know, if you're watching this, you may not know, you may know, who knows. But he was I don't know, I think he resigned. He is the CEO of the touring pharmaceutical company. He owns the drug Daraprim, which is used to treat toxoplasmosis, and it used to cost $13.50 per pill, and he decided to raise the price by 5,000% to $750. So I guess, what's your opinion on that?
Honestly, with I don't know how to first say it. The investment he put into it was
It was about
an insane amount of money.
55 billion,
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're putting in that much money into a product, you're gonna want some revenue back in return to basically replenish all the amounts that you
Of course,
invested on this.
You have to turn
So
a profit somehow.
I can understand why he would increase the product's price because he needs to generate the money back.
Right.
But I can also understand how people that think, oh, he has a product that he is giving for people who are very sick and they need it. So why are you going to make it $700? But
see, the thing is that people obviously people see that on the surface and they don't know everything that he's doing behind the scenes, and I think they kind of cut to conclusions that aren't really logical ones, because he's actually explained a lot of what he's doing. He's come out and said that if somebody doesn't have medical insurance, that he will be more than willing to provide them with free, totally free, or at very little cost pills. And also, I think it's around 65 to 75% of the drug that he has is being legitimately given away. And the only people who are paying that $750 are the insurance companies and people who obviously have insurance. But if you have insurance, you would obviously not pay the whole $750 because you're only paying a co-payment of it.
yeah. So I honestly see no problem with it. It's his company, his product. He can do what he wants. If he wants to charge even more, he can. If he wants to charge even less, he can. But
he actually said he plans to. I mean, when you have a company that for so long, for so many years, I think like at least 2 years in a row he's been losing money. You can't have a company and keep it alive by taking a loss every single quarter.
Right. All right, so moving on to the next. There's a whole controversy about morality versus the legality in this.
Yep.
How do you feel about the morality part?
So the morality part, I think that it all goes back to understanding the entire situation and not jump into conclusions, because people say, oh, well, yeah, of course it's legal. It's his own product, and he's supposed to make as much profit for his investors as he can.
Right.
But at the same time, you have to look at both sides, and you have to see that he is helping out everyone that he can. He's pretty much taking all of the revenue and putting it back into R&D, research and development. So he wants something bigger for this. He wants to find a cure for it. So why would that be a problem? And I think people they want to hear their own side, and they don't want to hear any other side too.
Right. Now, how do you feel about it legality wise?
I think it's totally fine. Yeah. What would you say about the moral aspect of it?
I can understand, like, basically what you were saying. I can understand where people are coming from that. Like, oh, hey, you're providing something for sick people. Wouldn't you want to make it affordable for them?
Yeah.
I agree, but in the same aspect, you need to make profit. It's needed for a business to thrive. Excuse me, and I honestly see like no problem with it regarding it legality. It's his company, his product. He can do what he wants with it.
And also, people bring up the fact that they say if you drop the price, more people will buy it. But there's only a certain amount of people who have that.
Right.
So, and that's the only drug that's available for that.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody else, no fewer or more people will buy it, regardless of whether you make it a cheaper drug or more expensive drug.
Right. I agree. All right. Well, I think that concludes the first episode of Car Thoughts. Be sure to like, subscribe for more content. We're hoping to do as much as we can. Hopefully
put out like 1 to 2.
This will basically will be the what we're trying to go for. We're trying to go for topics that are controversial, political,
and just sometimes maybe even random topics.
It could be anything
for the hell of it.
So
just if people are talking about it,
right.
I mean, we'll talk about it.
So be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.